Hey witches. So as promised, I'm going to do finally the Sea Witches protection jar or witches bottle. So I already have several of these made. There's one in each corner of my yard buried, and I also have a couple in the house because I can't seem to stop making them. And I'm always making a different type. I do have 4 of the same buried in the yard, but then I have a couple here and there throughout the house, just things that I put together for extra protection. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to bust out the sage and go ahead and cleanse everything. Since this is a protection working, I'm going to break out the sage. Excuse my pajamas. I just had a nice ritual bath, all nice and clean. So I rid this jar of all negative energies. Cleanse the top. And then I think everything else is cleansed. Maybe not my string. Rid the string of all negative energies. Candle I need to cleanse. Candle of all negative energies. Workspace of all negative energies. Okay, and then I am going to stick that right there for just a sec. And then I'm going to consecrate my area by moving this in a clockwise fashion. I've got some copal going. Copal is great for protection. Making this area sacred through the power of air. Oh, I just realized I needed to cleanse my hematite. Rid this hematite of all negative energies. Y'all are going to hear some noise in a minute, and I apologize. Mom life, right? I consecrate this hematite as a magical tool. Consecrate this candle as a magical tool. Consecrate this jar as a magical tool. Consecrate this string as a magical tool. And I have glitter out here, but it's already been cleansed and charged in the moonlight, and everything's good to go. And so is this white ribbon. So I think we're good to go. Okay, so we're gonna start. This is a Sea Witches protection bottle. So I'm gonna start with some beach sand, straight from Florida. I think a rock just fell in there or something. What was that? Oh, cool. I didn't realize it was in there. It's a big shell. I just scooped up a bunch before I left one day. And there's a couple of sharp pointy shells in there already, so that's great. So next I'm going to add water straight from the ocean. I'm not putting any black salt in here. Normally I would do that, but I don't want to make it all murky and dark. I need that one, so I got plenty of seawater left. Okay, next you want to add pokey things because you want to push away that negative energy that might come your way. So these are some crushed up seashells. And then we're going to add 3 whole seashells, and those were 4. I took 4 and crushed them up because I wanted to put 7. So 1, 2, 3. Got a little ocean so far. So cute. I love the beach, guys. Okay. Get this copal up. This is what I'm using right now. And the cauldron burning away. I did order a backflow burner for my new cones, but it is not here yet. Got my candle for last. Now I'm going to add in some of my hair. Like I said yesterday, I gave myself a trim. This is one of the longer pieces that I cut off because my hair was layered. I don't think I'm going to put in all that for a tag lock. I think I'll put in just a little bit. Make it look like a big hair jar. Normally I do use urine or blood, but I don't want to taint the color of the water because I want it to look like the sea. So I'll clip that for further use. I'm sure I'll need it eventually. Okay, the next thing that you want to do, you want to put more pokey stuff. So I'm going to bend some needles. I'm going to use white. Doesn't matter, really. I'm going to use white because white, little heads are white. That represents protection to me. So does black. I might put one black one in there. There aren't many black ones left because I've used them for Baneful Magic. I actually think there aren't any. I do have a red one. And red and black are both traditionally used in protection bottles anyway. So I might use 2 whites and 1 red. And I'm bending them just to make them more jagged and pokey. So there's 3 of those. I'm going to add in a witch's burr to banish anything negative that comes my way. And it's probably going to float the whole time. Please sink. Alright. Next, I'm going to put in some black string. This is so that any negative energy or any negativity or any illness or anything bad comes in the direction of this house, it's going to become entangled in this. And you would typically use black and red. I'll add a red, so I'm just going to use black, which is totally cool because black is my favorite color. Just going to poke this down in there. And you can use anything you find from the beach that's pokey. Driftwood, I couldn't find any driftwood. Coral, couldn't find any coral. I have some coral from the Caribbean, but it's a beautiful specimen, and I don't want to smash it up to put in here. So next, I'm going to put something untraditional. I'm going to put a little snake skin because I'm inviting the house serpent. This one I'm going to keep indoors. I'm inviting the house serpent in to bless my home and protect my home. So that's where the snake skin comes from. I will do a video on the house serpent just by itself because it's so interesting to learn about. Move you in here. Okay, next I have this because this is already in here. I have some of my protection blend. I make this in huge batches. I do sell it. I'm almost out. But it has every protective herb you can think of. All of them. So I'm going to add a big hefty pinch. It's already been charged like crazy. Like it's sat under so many full moons. And I keep it charged. I am going to add 3 pieces of hematite. Normally I would use black obsidian, whoops, but I'm going to use hematite because it acts as a magnet to draw away negativity. So 1, 2, 3 of those. And then last but not least, actually I have 2 more things. I'm going to add in some, I can open this bag, pieces of broken mirror. I just had a mirror that got broken, so I went scattering about, grabbing up all the pieces. And I'm going to choose 3 shards, 3 nice big shards. 1, 2, 3. And that's to like keep anything trapped in the jar. Any evil, negativity, just to keep it trapped inside. Give that a little stir just to get that down in there. And then since I'm out of red string, I thought I would use some red glitter to help just obscure any negativity that comes this way. Put that in there. And then that's it. That's all you have to do. That's all that goes in there. Like I said, you can add anything pokey. You can add urine blood, any other tag locks. You can add a tag lock from every family member. I have that in my other jars. This one's just kind of mine. So I'm going to put the lid on. And then inside of this candle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve it with a pentacle, because that to me screams protection. Sorry, it's taking a minute, but I want it to be pretty. So I carve that in there. And then I'm going to put my initials on here. You can put anything you want on this candle, or you can just leave it like it is. And then I'm going to put, what else was I going to put on here? I'm going to put a P for protection. You could put a protection sigil if you have one made up. You could do that. I did that with my other ones. I even burnt the sigil and put the ashes in the other ones. So then what I'm going to do, before I burn that, I'm going to burn it on top and just let the wax kind of flow down. But before I do that, I'm going to take some white ribbon. White ribbon is very protective. Before I ever do any kind of baneful working, I will take this same ribbon and I will dress it in my homemade protection oil. And I will take that, really take that up good. But I'll take that and I'll tie some around each wrist before I do any type of baneful work, just to add that extra layer of protection. So I'm going to cut some off. I'm going to tie a nice pretty little bow, keep it straight. Might not make it into a bow. I'm going to do 3 knots. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, this is taking a minute. All right. It's wanting to fall down, but I'm going to try to keep it up here where the lid comes down. Come on, use these pliers. Perfect. All right, so the white ribbon's on there. And if you wanted to say some type of prayer or anything on top over that, you could. But that's what it looks like when you're finished with your Sea Witches protection bottle. Cute. So pretty. I love how the sand settles to the bottom and it just looks like the ocean. Love it. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So what you can do with these, you want to keep them out of sight. So this one will be going in the closet of my bedroom, hidden. You don't want anybody to see it because then you lose your secrecy. You don't want to do that. So you're going to take that. Before you put it in its place of secrecy, and take your candle. I'm not going to dress it with protection oil or anything. You could, but I'm not going to. I don't feel the need. I'm going to light this while I'm concentrating on the word protection. Here come the noisy ones upstairs. I hear them. Sorry, guys. So that's going to burn down overnight, and then tomorrow I will put it in its place, and then I might even take it out in the night of the full moon on the 17th. I'll put it outside, charge it, and then put it right back. The ones that are buried in the earth, you're not going to dig those up and recharge them, but the ones you keep around the house, you want to charge them under the moonlight or take them out and, just hold them and just charge them that way. However you want to charge them, you can charge them by running them through the elements, whatever you want to do, whatever makes you feel safest. But that's all I have, witches, just real quick on how to do a Sea Witches protection bottle. And that's all I have. Like, subscribe, and share. Blessed be.